Have you ever walked past an empty playground and been just a little bit tempted to hop the wall and try out some of the equipment? Because when you think about the equipment in a playground, it's really, really tempting because it's designed to thrill. The feeling of sliding down the slide, the up and down of the seesaw, even that slightly nauseating but compelling feeling of the roundabout. You're drawn into it. And if you ever watch children in a busy playground, you'll notice and you'll feel an energy of movement. If you watch a child climbing up the ladder up to the top of the slide, they'll fly down to the bottom, and the very first thing they do, almost before they touch the ground, is they turn to come around to climb the ladder to do it again. And there's something about these movements that children get. And when we ask children how movement makes them feel, they talk about movement making them feel alive, their spirits feeling lighter. And when we ask children, how would it feel if you couldn't be active? They use words like, my body would feel sad, lazy, bored. So children get it. They get the connection between physical activity and the quality of their lives. They get that physical activity makes their day better, and that they have more fun and enjoyable day when physical activity is a part of it. Now, adults can get this connection too, and I'm going to use my mum as a simple example. My mum has been active her whole life. She's 65 now, so she walks. And she walks every single day. Rain, hail or snow, wet gear on, she's out walking. And every single day she walks for an hour. And if it gets to the end of the day and she hasn't had her walk, her day is less because of that. Her day hasn't been as good because there's been something missing that could make her day better. Not all adults are like my mum, and for some reason, somewhere along the way between being in that playground and being an adult, people disconnect or they forget about the feeling of physical activity and what it can give to their daily lives. And partly this is connected to how physical activity is presented to us today. So the messages are, be physically active or you'll be overweight. Be physically active. You need to burn those calories or you'll be obese. Be physically active. Your arteries are clogging up. Be physically active or your clothes won't fit you. So these messages are constantly being given that physical activity is work. Physical activity is something you have to do, a box you have to tick, something you should feel guilty about if you don't do. It's an obligation. All right? And I think this is the totally wrong message. I think that we've missed a trick. There's more to physical activity than making it work. So what I'm suggesting is that we need to notice the joy that comes with being physically active. The fun, the friends, the feeling of perseverance, the creativity, the sense of wonder, the sense of achievement, risk, challenge. There's so many amazing qualities that are connected to being physically active. And we need to help children to notice these things too. And we're working here to help student teachers work with children to help them notice the feelings they have around physical activity, and to make those feelings what counts. It's what we value. It's what we talk about around physical activity. So when we're physically active, we don't talk about how many calories we burnt or what slope the treadmill was at and what rate we were running at. We talk about how it made us feel. The sense of achievement at having got to your goal. The sense of challenge. The sense of risking something. And if we notice those feelings and we notice the experience that physical activity gives us, then physical activity becomes personal. It becomes something that we're connected to, and it becomes a part of who we are. And just like those children flying down the slide and coming back for more, if we connect to how we feel about physical activity and how physical activity makes us feel and how it adds to every day and makes our lives better, then we'll come back to physical activity again and again and again.